Yo. Welcome to Star Enlightenment channel. Welcome to Star Enlightenment channel. And today, as you can tell by the title, we're back with another good one today. We're gonna talk about the spiritual meaning of ice, right? So I brought down other previous elements beforehand, and just as you could tell by the what you call that? What you call that thing? When you get a picture for the photo or the video that you got on the page, I can't think of the name of that. But anyway, as you can tell by the picture on the video, let's just say that the picture on the video, there's many different elements and stuff, and elements that's within elements that came from certain elements, and other elements that get birthed out of those. So it's plenty of elements, but I just want to do the main ones at this time. So this is going to be about the spiritual meaning of ice. So what does ice represent, right, spiritually, or from an esoteric point of view? What is the metaphysical meaning of ice? So we know for a fact that ice is cold, right? We know ice is cold. We know ice is separate because it came from the water element. That's important to note. It came from the water element, but it separates itself from the rest of the water by basically literally blocking itself off and becoming something separate. Now it's a separate entity in the water. It's not a part of the water no more. It's now in the water. Um, and for it to be considered in the water, water is not in itself, right? Water is something. So the fact that ice is in water is not separated itself. It's something else in the water now. It makes itself a new material, a new subject now is separate from that, right? So that's important to know. Coldness, separation, and the fact it came from water. So as we know this thing is cold, we know internally this is gonna deal with our ability. What do we call a person when what do we associate with the meaning for a person we call cold? We call them, oh, they cold hearted, cold blooded. That means they don't care. It's the lack of care there. AKA we know care is attached to the water element because that's the emotions and feelings. Care, the love, energy, all that stuff. That's more heart chakra center based. So that's part of the emotions and feelings, our moon energy, our ability to feel and have emotions. So we know the ice detaches itself from that because of the emotions and feelings of the waters. And we just said that the ice is separate. It's even though it may be in the water, it's separate. It separates itself from the water. We know that it's not dealing with emotions and feelings. It's hard. But mind you, since this ice came out of the water, we know that ice gets derived out of the water. So the ice energy in general, the cold ice energy in general, was birthed out of emotion. And that's the crazy part about it. The ice was birthed out of emotion. So the ability to be cold, to be stoic, to be hard, aka you hard, you stoic, you're not really withered, and you structured, you solid. It's almost like it's like a piece of the earth element now. You fixated, solid. You're not in your emotions and feelings no more. The fact that that came out of the emotions and feelings, that's like somebody that go through so many hardships now, they end up making them hard. They be like, man, you used to be a good person, and life did them such a way that they learned that they had to be hard. So now they consider they like cold, or they hard, or they seem like they're uncaring, and all these are energies that deal with ice. But it's not just all bad. Just know that ice. When we talk about ice in general, is just a nonchalant, stoicism, non-emotional feeling type of energy. So you're not so when you in your ice, if you're dealing with ice energy within you, you're not dealing with your emotions and feelings. You were cold, you were distant, you were separate. These are all the traits that deals with the ice element physically. All right. So this is what ice means at its core. That's what the ice element is. Ice element is being cold, aka what you call somebody always cold hearted, cold blooded. Really just means you lack care. You don't have a care, aka care is the emotions and feelings. I just said ice got birthed out of the water, right? So we know that this is a person who might have went through so many trials and tribulations or certain situations in their life that might have been negative to them that molded them to feel like or be in a situation to realize that okay, these things have made me harder now. I no longer feel. You ever heard people be like, "Oh, this person went through so much situations, they might have went through so much death, losing stuff around them, negative hardships, trauma, that they end up developing what they consider a flat affect." That's like the same. That's like the same energy. See, that's the exact same energy. Because in order for you to be traumatized by something, that means you was emotionally impacted by that. That pay attention to what I'm saying. In order for you to be emotionally traumatized by something, that means that that means you was emotionally impacted by that situation to be traumatized by it. So that's letting you know. Shout out Maria Barboza. Shout out Jack. 100% glad to see y'all in here. So we know that the ice. So the same way ice physically comes out of water, aka you freeze water here down here on Earth in the third dimension, the physical world. We know that spiritually you can use that too. That means the ice block came out of the emotion. You see what I'm saying? Now sometimes in the spirit world things do play as in reverse though. So don't get too lost into the concept of like what came first, the chicken or the egg type stuff like that, because things sometimes play out simultaneously, and sometimes things play out in reverse, and sometimes things don't play out in any of those forms at all. But energies are just created in their own space. But anyway, before we get too ahead of ourselves, that's what the ice deals with. All right. um, Ice deals with a person who is cold-hearted, or just to say stoic, or not in their emotional feeling. Because cold-hearted make a person feel like, oh, they'll just murder. I don't want to say that word. They'll just off somebody or take somebody's life. And it's not even that deep. It's just they just lack care in general. You could be a normal person that work a day-to-day job that live what you would consider a decent life, that never will harm a fly, but naturally is stoic. They don't have a lot of care energy. It's not a lot of emotions and feelings. So they may see something effed up, and they may not physically impact them or emotionally impact them and traumatize them as much, because they're like a block inside. So their emotions and feelings aren't moving like water, like they're feeling things and emotional and stuff like that, environment. It's like they're cold. They like solid. It's almost like if you think of like an earth element. It's like solid. You see what I'm saying? Like what you think they talk about when they say earth sign? What's an earth sign? A person that's not really in emotions and feelings. A person that's only about practicality. You see what I'm saying? And physicality and getting the job done, etc. So ice plays out a lot of those earth-like traits too, because it's solid. It's like a rock. It's like solid. It's stable. You can walk on it, and it's not really dealing with your emotions and feelings. But a lot of times they got created out of the emotions and feelings. So that's the energy of ice. And a lot of times ice people, like I said, are very unemotional, stoic. They don't have a lot of emotions and feelings. I know it sounds like I keep repeating myself. I'm trying to think of other words to say it. And so therefore they can, like I said, it don't obviously be negative, but they can come across that way to others. They can come across as cold to others, or harsh sometimes, only because of their lack of care. Um, and yeah, and that a lot of times these people might have developed from them internally going through something. You see what I'm saying? Because what do you think about when you think of somebody that brings you warmth and joy? Let's not even add joy. Let's just say warmth in general. When they say, "Oh, this person brings me warmth," that's a certain warmth energy, not hot, but the warmth energy. That's a certain level of comfortability that it usually makes you feel. Um, Whereas ice is cold. You see what I'm saying? That's cold or freezing. Matter of fact, because the ice had to freeze, so that's the opposite. So if somebody make you feel warm. This person, the ice person, is the opposite, and actually even more extreme. They'll put you in a situation where they may make you feel very cold and distant. They may make you feel like you in a very cold, or sometimes even a dark place. How it play out to each everybody is different though. You have somebody that can make you feel cool. So, aka, they may not make you feel as cold and freezing as ice, but they'll still make you feel cool. And sometimes the cool can be, it don't have to be a negative energy. You see what I'm saying? With coolness, because coolness is not too extreme. It's not necessarily cold or freezing. They just make you feel a little cool. And I'm not gonna really break down too much of this more stuff, but that really was pretty much it. That was the benefit, not the benefit. I'm sorry, the spiritual meaning of ice. Um, but other than that, that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. Hey, appreciate everybody who called. Wait, somebody said something. Jay, you going weed in your garden? Nope. Maria Barbosa shot you out, man. Oi, país. Um, muchas grande. HS said hi from Ukraine. Shout out HS. Yes, sir. Bestseller 68. Hello. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Flamingo, is that cannabis? No, that's not cannabis. These are just regular plants growing in the yard, man. And I appreciate y'all so much. We about 9 minutes in. Y'all stay spiritually protected. You know what I'm saying? You know what you know how it is. Y'all stay spiritually kept. You know what I'm saying? Stay spiritually anchored and stuff like that. Although you don't want to be too grounded in normal reality. You want to be free, because the spirit like to transform and take different mini vessels and stuff like that. But we ain't even trying to get too deep into anything. We pretty much done with the video. I'm just stalling. We almost 10 minutes in. Let me get up out of here. Hey, love y'all, and y'all have a great day. Peace.